Discovering Dad. Over a month ago, the creators of 6 Minutes announced their latest audio adventure, Discovering Dad. Since then, they've gone on to release 3 episodes. The show is mysterious, just like 6 Minutes, and every episode leaves you on the tip of your toes. In this episode, we're going to review the 3rd episode of Discovering Dad, and I'm going to let you know what I think. So judging by the intro, you probably can't tell just how excited I am and pleased with Gen Z Media's Discovering Dad. Both episodes I've listened to so far, episode 1 and 2, have been thrilling, awesome, mysterious, just everything that is conveyed in episode of 6 Minutes, which 6 Minutes is the most beloved Gen Z Media podcast. It's my favorite Gen Z Media podcast. But yeah, I really enjoyed listening to Discovering Dad. I think it has some similar aspects to 6 Minutes. It's really a family podcast. You know, it conveys the story of a family, just like 6 Minutes does, and I really enjoyed it, listening to it. And so today we're going to review the 3rd episode. I'm going to break it down piece by piece. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Son, can you please turn that game down? I'm trying to hear what the tower is saying about takeoff.
Sorry, just trying to get past this level.
Don't know why, but that kind of sounds like my cousins. Let me know if you can relate to this scene. Sounds like thunder.
Did you hear that noise?
Mr. Grant told you to stay in your seat.
Whoa! A minivan smashed into that building!
So in that scene alone, there's a lot to break down. He mentions how a minivan smashed into that building. His dad's? Would make sense. At the start of the episode, the narrator states the following.
Perhaps Jess shouldn't tell her driving instructor how she plowed her father's minivan directly through the glass wall of an airport.
So that sequence really explains that noise we heard in further detail. He said that a minivan smashed into that building. So she smashed the minivan into the airport. So anyway, we knew from the start this was Jess. Let's get back to it. Here comes the moment of truth.
Wait, is that my dad's minivan?
That scene really reminds me of Holiday discovering something new in 6 Minutes. Discovering her parents aren't actually her parents, or really anything. And also, this actor's voice sounds very similar to Badger's. I really like his tone, so I thought that was cool.
Get in, Dan.
I thought I told you to stay in the minivan.
Technically, I did.
Technically.
Where's Corey?
Dodger's always with the technically.
Gray still has him. And now he's got the journal, too.
Alright, so the fact that Gray has the journal now is very, very, very bad. If something falls into the wrong hands, we can only imagine what would happen, especially with the journal.
They're headed to the tarmac. Gray must have a plane.
Tarmac,
waiting.
eh?
Are you using a luggage cart as a scooter?
It's
Hysterical.
faster than running. We can't let them take off with Corey.
So we know that Dan is all about safety, but I think we're really starting to learn just how much Dan cares for his kids. He'll go out of his way to use a luggage, if it's faster than running, to do anything he possibly can to help his kids.
Let's take off. Now!
So I know
Where's
they're going
my
to the
dad?
tarmac.
Is he alright?
Sit down. This might be a bumpy flight.
Oh
Wait,
boy, flight.
Where are we going?
Alright, they're flying.
Said, sit down!
So we just learned they're going on a flight, most likely to the tarmac. At least that's what Dad speculated. And so this is getting intense. I'm not quite yet. I haven't listened to this, but every moment is just getting more suspenseful, moment after moment, more suspense.
Stop! My dad's out there! And my sister!
Ambulance, stop too.
It gets in the way. Run him over.
Run him over! So we just witnessed a lot. First and foremost, Dan's life was just put at risk. He said, if he gets in the way, run him over. and his child is in that vehicle. I guess not vehicle. I shouldn't be saying vehicle. Plane. That is absolutely wild. Run him over.
Corey! Are they trying to run us over?
Man, that sounded so vivid, so alive.
Look out!
So it looks like they came pretty close there, to that plane. Came pretty close. So that was unexpected. I did not expect that. Dan saying, "Look out." That was quite the scene there, coming pretty close.
Come on.
Come on, where?
We're going after them.
How? We have no idea where they're headed.
No. But this does.
Oh,
Do you
boy.
hold paper from the locker? How is that going to help us find
It's a
Corey?
map, right?
It's a replica of a page from inside Swift's journal.
Only means one
A
thing.
map.
So, I'm just predicting, using this map, they should be able to successfully navigate to this land. We don't know much about this book, really, but I guess only time will tell. Let's get back to it.
Natural bridge.
Natural
Red
bridge,
River
eh?
Forge? We'll never catch them. That's like 2 hours away. And our minivan is trashed.
We don't
Yeah,
need
it
to
is.
drive.
Yeah, crash.
We can fly.
Hey, let's hear how they can fly.
It's a Cessna 150, 2 seats.
Interesting.
Can't steal a plane.
Of course not.
We aren't thieves. Luckily, I've got the key.
We can all agree this music is so phenomenal. Like every time I hear it, I don't know what it is. Like especially that closing music right there. Yeah, every time. More on topic though. I think it's interesting that we're learning all of this about Dan. You know, why does he have this device? We can only assume, but you know, why? How? What is he doing with this device? I'm sure his daughter is facing all these different questions, you know?
All right, buckle yourself in. Put on those headphones.
Buckle in!
Prepare for takeoff.
Teacher, not pilot.
Sorry about the takeoff.
Shaky start.
I'm a little rusty.
A little. Maybe just a little.
Rusty at flying. Wait, am I being kidnapped?
Maybe good thought.
This isn't the scary kind of kidnapping.
No, not scary at all.
I am being kidnapped?
Only until I find the treasure.
What's the
Didn't
treasure?
you want to find the treasure?
Not like this. I thought Dad was just being overdramatic when he said I couldn't go to the Minecraft tournament
Just
at the
a
mall
little.
by myself because I could get kidnapped.
If only it was a field trip, but it's 10 times worse. I mean, what a petty villain. At least he's sparing the kid, but yeah, I think we're further developing a true villain here.
So let me get this straight. You're a pilot with a secret treasure map, and you've been all over the world?
Dad,
And you wouldn't let me
Explain
go
to
to Mammoth Cave? Don't you think that's just a teeny bit hypocritical?
oh, just a teeny bit.
Taking these sort of risks, that isn't my life anymore.
I think I heard Gray call you Nix.
Quiet.
Introduction to new character alert.
This is important.
I said, shut up.
You're mean.
You're
Rude.
annoying.
I am trying to figure out the next clue, so everyone be quiet!
So I think we've learned how fond Gray is of achieving this treasure that he's been looking for. He's even willing to kidnap a kid to find this treasure. And something's happening here, you know. I feel like there was some arising conflict earlier in the episode, or I believe in the show. He said something about some sort of conflict, so I'm interested to know more about that.
I said leave me alone. I'm trying to concentrate.
Fair enough.
It's the least you could do after stealing my partners.
Bold claim there.
Partners. I didn't know.
Of course you didn't. Kids never stop to think about their parents' lives, who they are, what they want.
So Gray pulling out the big guns here. revealing a little information about his relationship with Dan, at least before it took a turn. That was interesting. I think throughout the series we'll learn a little bit more about their backstory. Let's get back to it.
Wait, we're out of gas?
Not yet, no.
It's not
but
good,
we're
not
going
good
to
at all.
have to land a little early.
How early?
A little early?
See, this is why I always tell you, never let your gas drop below a quarter of a tank.
We're out of gas?
Don't shout, sweetie. It's a small
I'd
plane.
shout.
We're wearing headphones.
I'd
Now,
shout 100 million
we look for a
%.
large, empty field.
How big?
Going to crash?
How big we talking?
No, we're not gonna crash.
Yeah. You're gonna crash. Stop the gap, bro. Stop the gap.
Just making an unexpected stop in an unexpected place.
That's called crashing.
My point
I've made
precisely.
emergency landings before, and Belize was much hairier.
Here comes the crash. Here comes the crash.
Time. Reach your arms around your knees and tuck down real tight. Here we go.
Here we go.
I can't look. Good thing you don't have to.
So things are getting hairy over here. They just landed in a field. They were out of gas, so they had to land in a field. You can imagine how that would go down. Let's get back to it.
That's not a toy. It's an ancient Mayan artifact that is worth more than your house.
Don't gotta tell me
Okay,
twice.
it's just... I know what this is.
What?
Take me back to my dad, and I'll tell you.
Cute. But you're in no position to make demands.
It's a
What
good
is it?
deal. That's a good deal.
I want my dad.
And I want the treasure. Now, am I going to have to get Cage to shake it out of you, or are you going to tell me what you saw on the statue?
These holes in the statue, they look just like mine.
It's a flute. Nice discovery.
So let's break this down. Basically, he just got the answer shook right out of his body. He started playing the flute, and now they got their answers. Unwillfully answered that. He was trying to come up with some excuse, but no, he used force to get that answer right out of him. So that was really interesting sequence right there. I did not expect that whatsoever. Ray is getting more evil by the second. He is becoming more villainous by the second. Tight grip he's got
Let
there.
go.
Don't lie to me. I saw those boys bully you for playing the flute.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, I'll try.
He's good. He's really good.
Play.
Sounds good too.
Going, kids.
Sorry, it's just... I know this song. My mom used to sing it to me.
Nara,
Sad song to sing. I think this song is going to play a bigger role than what we expect. Not quite sure why, not quite sure how, but for some reason this song really resembles with me. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like it has something important to do with this. And at least at a greater level.
Why won't this locket open?
Do you want me to help you?
You ever dealt with a tight locket?
I got it.
Your hands are shaking. That was a pretty harrowing experience.
Harrowing.
Here, let
That's
me.
funny.
I'm fine.
Of course he's a
Stop,
science
Stan.
teacher.
Got it.
Seeing Mom's face inside always helps me feel better.
Yeah, me too.
There is one bar. I've got a bar. Okay, maybe I can post something, or let's see.
Smart enough.
My dad and I are here.
Good idea, good idea.
You know, I think crash landing was a stroke of good luck.
Oh no.
Dad.
Did you hit your head? I knew I should have
Dad.
paid attention to concussion
Come on,
protocol.
did you hit your head?
I'm fine. I just mean that the airport where Gray has to land is on the other side of the county. I might actually beat him to Natural Bridge once I drop you somewhere safe.
Now that's kind of a letdown. You're not just gonna leave her here, are you, Dad? Dad, come on. Oh man, what a letdown. You're just gonna leave her here. She saved you.
Tons of planes before. Kids.
Dan. Do you hear something?
Give it to me.
I do.
What is
It
it?
sounds like some kind of monster.
There are no such thing as monsters.
But there are curses, right?
They're curses.
It's getting louder.
Consider that.
Coming through those woods.
Stand behind me.
Monsters? What? That was a great end. I don't think I could have done it any better. I mean, monsters, what a cliffhanger. After reviewing the third episode of Discovering Dad, there's a lot at play. The episode closed with a monster cliffhanger. An actual monster. I couldn't have done it any better. It was super entertaining. Amongst the likes of many others, it shined. Gen Z Media, this new podcast is absolutely incredible. Until next